Hello and welcome back to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition with me, Barden, the Nameless One, Dakon, Mort, Anna, Ignis, and Fall from Grace. So, I was basically hunting around to see what I've missed. Trying to do it off screen so that you didn't have to see me bumbling around. But I ended up stumbling into this conversation. So, let's see what the actual conversation is about. So, we've got Ristika here. Well, Fall from Grace, or whatever it is you call yourself now. Truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe you the honor of your visit? I thought you rarely trafficked among our kind anymore. She glances at you for a moment with the same faint sneer. Or is your assignment here almost finished? I do not know what assignment you are referring to, Rishika, though your presence here brings with it many questions. Last I had heard, you were the standard bearer for the company of the Vulture. How did you come to Sigil? She replies curtly, firing a question back like an arrow. By the choice, and you? Where will your orders take you next? She suddenly turns to you. You see, little man, Rishka smiles as savoring the words. The best temptress is one that can make you buy into the illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute priestess, as it were. Mistress Grace is among the greatest. She turns to Fall from Grace. Are you not? You would not think that 1,000 years of slavery had left their scars, no? Fall from Grace speaks with a coldness you have never heard before. The air almost becomes ice as she dissects Rishka with her glaze. That is enough! Very well, though. You are the ones who came into my emporium. Rishka looks at you. Yes? Rishka gives a quick half bow. Welcome back. Here to buy something? I have some questions. What did you mean by calling Mort prevaricating? Prevaricating, misrepresenting, prejudging, or perjuring, dissimulating, lying. Oh, did I say that? I'd meant a floating, disembodied, pontificating skull, as in dogmatic, always stating an opinion in a self-important manner. Rishka smiles innocently. I had other questions. You and Fall from Grace seem to care little for one another. Oh, that Batsu camp follower who's made her home in Sigil. Curious, no? But then, what better a place to train her agents than that little brothel of hers? Batsu camp follower? Ever since her mother sold her into slavery, she has been a plaything of the plains for many a century. She claims that she was able to free herself from her chains, but you may give that word as much credence as you would give the word of any other Tanari's bitch. She smiles slightly, myself excluded, of course. Yeah, right. It is the truth. Truth? One does not win free of Batsuru contracts. Bitch cloaked in human skin, you speak lies and all the Tanari hordes know it. From the lowest legions to the other comfort, suckling succubi as they cavort across the plains. Fall from Grace was but a Batsu slave from the moment she was born, and so she shall always be. You still are an indentured plaything of the Batsu, to be tortured and commanded as they see fit. Rishka sneers. You even behave as they do. One may win free of Batsu contracts if one is wary of their wording, and if one realizes that the Batsu are beholden to keep their own word. One must simply beware of the meanings that may be twisted to their ends, and I am well versed in language and its subtleties. Even so, it was not an easy matter. Enough! I do not care to hear you speak your lies in my presence. Fall from Grace maintains her flawless composure and simply nods, though when you catch her eye, she gives you a slightly exasperated look, then smiles. Okay, let's see if we can talk some more about this. Oh, yeah. What was it you said about her training agents, Riskika? Yes, they are her eyes and ears in the city of Sigil and across the plains. What they do not see or hear they may coerce from another man that has seen and heard. And who could think humans capable of such deception and trickery? Oh, Grace is indeed a clever one. Not as clever as her mother, perhaps, but clever nonetheless. That is not the purpose of my establishment. Oh, but of course not. Did I dare suggest such a thing? But perhaps you should let the man judge for himself. Friskich turns to you, eyes blazing. Do you not wonder, little man, does the method of reason and curiosity ever enter your mind as to this matter? Does not the arrangement at the brothel seem strange to you? Friskich goes on before you can answer. Occam's razor can leave a scar, but it can remove the deeper ailments so often caused by poison of liars and imaginers. And now here she is, travelling with you, most curious. Why would someone, a proprietress of such an establishment, leave it for any reason, and for a man she barely knows? Questions, questions. The answers may be painful indeed. He is well aware of why I agreed to travel with him, Ristika, when he asked me to do so. Oh, excuse the little coughing fit there. Oh, got a tickle in my throat. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I am certain he did ask. What man could resist? Ristika sneers and looks away in disgust. What was he said about being... No, I think she's already said that. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's the end of that, at least for now. I had other questions. Let's see your merchandise then. The weapons and charms. Okay. So yeah, I was coming here to see if maybe I accidentally sold something that I shouldn't have to her. Okay, so that's stuff that we sold recently. Because one good thing is that they do actually keep the stuff that you sell them, to then allow you to, at some stage, buy them back. Okay, so let's see. Okay, nothing there. Let's then see about her special items. Okay. No, it's not going to be in there because they're all in. They've got their own text and stuff. Okay. So then we should head on back to the brothel then, because there's someone we need to speak to. So let's go this way. Get ourselves in there. Okay, pop in there.
Done.
Okay, so I think we should have talked to Delora after we helped her out, because she might have some information for us. There we go. Hi, Delora. Dolores' face seems to brighten when she sees you. Greetings again. How may I serve you? And just how might you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here. Actually, could I ask you a few questions? That's something that Morton would say, not the nameless one. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Yes, her name was Echo, her voice, and in fact her every means of communication was stolen and destroyed. Echo's words once wooed away the paramour of the godling Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Echo's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into Galamdraga's maw. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice can return to her the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's paramour myself once. I had another question. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? I know that she was, or is, should she still be numbered among the living, a night hag of great power and inestimable evil. The Lady of Pain banished her to an extra-dimensional prison for crimes against the city of Sigil. You would do well to speak to Eve of her. She knows a great many tales, and can likely tell you Ravel's. She did already. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, so, now, where is Echo? Echo. You're not Echo. Maybe up around here? Oh, that's Vivian. Hi, Vivian. You're another patron. There's Delora. It's another patron. Come on, Echo, where are you?
We need to get rid of Agnes. He's a bun and crackle house.
That's not a nice thing to say, Anna. Okay, let's... We're still not finding her. Gotta be somewhere, Echo. In here, maybe? No, just a patron in there. Has anyone seen Echo? It's Delora. Can't go up around there. Check in here. I don't think she is in any of the rooms, but there's something to do until she appears again, I guess. Yeah, she's not in here. Let's check there. Nothing. Okay. Keep going. Oh, someone must have seen Echo. No. Vivian. They're all patrons. That's Delora again. Have you guys seen Echo? It's not like her not to be hanging around near the front. She's wandering around that way. And she's going into her room. Okay, so she might be in our room, so we have to find which room is hers. So she's not in this room. And Minnie went in here, so this is probably her room. Oh, there's Echo. Okay. So this was Echo's room. Right, well, let's have a chat with you. I had some questions. May I ask why you can't communicate? Was your voice stolen?
Updated my journal.
She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any way to get your voice back? She shakes her head, her face wrought with frustration. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly, as if expecting an answer. I can return your price for a voice. Why would I say that? I swear I'll look for a way to return your voice. But I think I actually have it with me. Echo nods to you slowly, smiling at you with eyes full of gratitude. I look for something that would give you a voice then. Farewell, Echo.
Updated my journal.
Okay, yeah. I've gotten the fiend's tongue for you. She raises her eyebrows and gives you a skeptical look. I'm told that should you place it in your mouth, you'll regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bottle from you. She gingerly picks out the severed tongue from the briny solution and, after staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it in her mouth. Suddenly her eyes widen and there is a burst of reddish light from between her lips. Are you alright? Echo opens her mouth, closes it, then opens it once more and speaks. I can speak again. Oh, joy! Damn thee to the darkest of pits, thou stench-ridden worm. Kneel before me in supplication, insect. Yikes. Oh, that's more. Yikes. Hey? Echo yelps and covers her mouth with both hands. Her eyes are wide with panic. It must be the fiend's tongue, obviously.
Updated my journal.
She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in my battle for all till the plains grind to a halt. Thou art mine. Echo shuts her mouth again and begins to softly, quietly weep. Wait. Try using these diva's tears. They should soothe the tongue's cursing.
Updated my journal.
She nods, smiling, and takes the vial from you. Echo places a few of the sparkling blue drops onto her tongue. I believe the tears are working. Yes, they are. I can speak in my own voice once more. Oh, how can I thank you? Echo squeezes your hand and bows her head gratefully, her eyes welling with tears. It was my pleasure to help. I'm happy to help, but the diva's tears... no, that's not what I wanted to say. I actually wanted to ask her, because apparently she knows about Rabble Puzzlewell. Hello, Echo. I had some questions. Oh, greetings, sir, and well met once more. She nods. Do you know anything about Rabble Puzzlewell? Echo nods and lowers her voice. In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. She what?
Updated my journal.
One of them is here. At times. Kesai Ceres. She's a child of Rabble's, though she's loath to accept the fact. Who could blame her? She pauses for a moment, thinking. I've never gotten her to admit it, though. I'm sure 'tis true. Fascinating. Thank you, Echo. Farewell. Okay, so Kesai. Okay, so we have to go talk to you. Interesting. One of Rabble's children, eh? Well, that's Tail Chaser. Sai is over here somewhere. We'll check, just in case she's wandering about. Okay. We might talk to you later. Okay, maybe this room. Oh no, here she is. Okay. We want to talk to you, please. Kasai Ceres smiles warmly as you draw near her, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Well, greetings once again. Something I can do for you, Kasai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kasai suddenly bares her teeth, her eyes narrow into slits of blazing crimson. What? Where do you hear such a thing? Echo told me.
Updated my journal.
Ridiculous! I think I'd know if that wicked hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me with it. Who is your mother then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her, but I look like a night hag. Do I look like a night hag to you? Which one should you? No, of course not. Kisai glares at you, her eyes blazing. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Farewell. Yeah, so. Let's chat to Vivian. Can you tell us about Kisai? Maybe we need more information. Vivian turns to you to greet you. Even her regal beauty is eclipsed by the splendor of the wondrous erotic scent that surrounds her. Her exotic personal smell, which you record for her. I had a question for you, Vivian. She nods imperiously. Go on, then. I heard that Kasai is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Vivian nods, lowering her voice. I too have heard such a rumor. 'Twould explain the red eyes, the unusual tone of her skin. I know not if such gossip is true, however. Inquire of Juliet. She was once Kasai Seri's best friend, until Juliet fell in love with Montague. Interesting. Okay, farewell. So, let's go find Juliet. I think Juliet is maybe up here somewhere. So Juliet is, the kind of Romeo and Juliet reference. And obviously Montague would be Romeo. I don't see any Juliet in that room. She wasn't the one in love. She was the one that was kind of a bit weird. Anybody seen Juliet? Not in there? Okay. Maybe she is in that room then. There's Echo again. Echo, have you seen Juliet? Actually, I like how people wander about, even though it does make it hard to find them. But it's kind of more realistic, because in a lot of games, people don't actually move about at all. They just kind of wait until the player comes and interacts with them. So, again, it's something that I'd like to see in modern games as well. But a lot of modern games try to make things easier for players, and probably people wandering around wouldn't be a good idea. Okay. Oh, we haven't finished her one either. Juliet looks to you hopefully. Well, anything yet? Montague seems disinterested. Is he not going to fight for me then? No, he won't. I recall him saying he was bored with things in any case. Juliet looked shocked. He said what? How could I have been so... It would appear as if my relationship had the troubles I so desired, and I merely missed them in all the melancholy. Perhaps I have some questions now. Juliet rolls her eyes. Oh, go on, if thou must. I heard that Kasai Ceres is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Ravel? I thought I might have heard that name before. I know not the truth of it, but I have heard such a rumor. Though thou may wish to ask Kamasi Addertongue that very same question. They are half-sisters, thou see. Are they? Interesting. I see. That's all I wish to know. Farewell, Juliet. Let's do this, though. I think maybe we...
some new tricks.
Oh, yeah, I think we finished her quest off then. Level up. Oh, she has 20 points. Okay. Detect traps. Please. Open doors. Oh, we should have her open all the locked doors that we can't get through.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe that was something we should have been doing a long time ago, buddy. Huh? that's what that people are thinking now. Well, it's me. You shouldn't expect efficiency. Here she is here. Okay, Adder tongue. Oh, it's you again. Just can't get enough of me, huh? I had some questions. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever. Ask. I heard that Kasai Ceres is Ravel's daughter. Is that true? She shrugs. Far as I know, yes. She looks suddenly suspicious. Why? I asked her about it and she denied it. So, not as if any of your business in the first place. I also heard you're Kasai Ceres' half-sister. Yes, I'm related to that chubby, mewling, hook-nosed daydreamer. Same father, different mother, so... I was hoping you could help me find out if Kasai is really Ravel's daughter.
Updated my journal.
Kamaski frowns at you. Normally, I'd love to help you like this, but I've a feeling it'd upset that flirting, preening Doxy good and well. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful cambion, so she ought to be able to call him right then and there. That'll get your answer. Cambion? Yes, Cambion. Kamaxi rolls her eyes. Didn't hear me the first time. Ears all stopped up with that last of your brains running out of them. I'm asking what one is. My, you're clueless. She shakes her head sadly, tutting all the while. A half-fiend, Burke. Sort of like you, but you're half dung, I think. You smell it at any rate. Better than half you, Kamaxi. You wish you were half Kamaxi, sod. Even if you ended up with a goat's bum on your shoulder, it'd be better than that scarred face of yours. That's enough, Kamaxi. I had another question. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever, ask. That's all, actually. So, let's pop over. Here she is here. Haha! We're gonna confront you now. Kasai smiles warmly as you draw near, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Don't worry, I don't stay upset long. Sometimes I can do for you, I had some questions. Kasai, I talked to Kamaxi. She told me she's your half-sister and that Ravel's your mother. Kasai snarls, her eyes blazing with malice. That... Hells, how I loathe that woman. Why would you ever believe that sort of tripe? She says that you deny it, and in fact may not know it, but that it's true. She said you could ask your father, that he would tell you.
Updated my journal.
Sai stares at you silently for a time. Give me a moment. She turns from you and begins to mutter softly. The air seems to shimmer around her slightly and fills her cup with smell, like warm blood. Let's wait patiently. Kasai remains turned away from you for a moment before finally coming to face you. I do not want to believe that wicked hag may have been my mother. I have lived long. I do not appear to age and have disturbing dreams sometimes. She shudders, but still, I do not wish to be the inheritor of evil she caused, nor draw the lady's gaze on my mother as my mother did. Such evil things she did. Excuse the coughing fit of the near dead. Tell me what you know of her, will you? I heard she would pose impossible riddles to people. Riddles she could answer, but no one else could. She would devour the person if they answered incorrectly, or leave them dangling in her horrifying gardens as examples to all. Those few who somehow escaped she tormented in their dreams, riding them like steeds, breaking their wheels and hurling their souls into colourless oblivion of grey waste. Go on. Her magic was said to be beyond anything most have ever seen. It was imagination woven from nightmare and given substance, stone and solid shape, bent to her will like soft clay. The laws of the planes would bend beneath her feet, and from nothing she could weave illusion. And from illusion, weave realities that could horrify and kill and confound. Go on. She was a mistress of all the dark arts, mistress and master of them all. She handed a governor that dared quote Sigil law to her with shadows that devoured him, all but his tongue, his fingers, and the flesh of his face. She turned mercy killers inside out and shattered buildings of those who displeased her. Terrible, terrible powers were at her command. Go on. She changed her shape like water and would use it to destroy some for amusement and steal knowledge from others. She was a monster, like all that has been spawned from the grey waste. Go on. In the end, she threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the planes come rolling in like a wave. Fortunately, she did not succeed. She existed solely to cause malice. Go on. I do not know if she's dead, but I know now that she was my mother. Kasai's shoulders slump, and her head hangs down. Oh, that I had tears so that I could weep with sorrow. Let's try and comfort her. She suddenly falls into your arms, shuddering, as if she were racked with sobs. For a time, Kasai simply stands there, clinging to you, but then she pushes away. Thank you, but I'll be fine. I just need some time to think about it, that's all. I hate to ask this now, but I need you to give me a piece of yourself, Kasai. She looks alarmed. Pardon? The portal key to Ravel's puzzle is a piece of her, and you are of her blood. It is close enough. Kasai gasps. You intend to seek her out? Her surprise quickly changes to an expression of weariness. What would you need of me? Your blood, most likely. Only a drop or two, I'm sure. She nods, but do you have some way to carry it? A piece of cloth, like a handkerchief or something, you know? Oh, yes, here.
Updated my journal.
Kasai takes the handkerchief and gingerly pricks the tip of her finger on one of her fangs. After letting several drops of blood soak into the cloth, she returns it to you. You're placing yourself in grave danger, you know, even if the stories of my mother are greatly exaggerated. She's horribly powerful and completely evil. Good luck. Yes, so I've heard. Thank you and farewell.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Oh, cool. So
I will hear you.
It's good that you'll hear me. Okay, so one hit point gain and another. Okay. And then nothing to do there. Okay. And then that's pretty much it for this bigger episode. So that's interesting. We now possibly have, I think we definitely have the key to Ravel's maze where she is. We just have to find where the maze itself is then. Okay. So we're out of time though. So we'll work on that in the next episode and maybe on some other stuff as well. But for now, as I said, that is it from myself, the Nameless One, Dakon, Anna, Mort, Ignis, Fall from Grace, and Kasai, who was very helpful to us. It's goodbye. If you have enjoyed the episode, please consider hitting that like button, sharing with your friends or on your favorite social media. And we all really do hope to see all of you next time.
Right.
Goodbye.
Kip.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.